Привіт-привіт! My name is Ina and welcome to my YouTube channel Speak Ukrainian. In today's video lesson, I'm going to explain you the difference between such Ukrainian prepositions as u, v, and na. But before we start, I would like to ask you to subscribe to my YouTube channel, like this video, and leave your comments below. What are the topics would you like me to explain in the next video lessons? Because I saw several times you ask me, Ina, what is the difference between these three prepositions? I'm confused. So I will explain you right now because it's a very basic topic and you need to know it. So I have already recorded for you a video lesson about the two prepositions u, v, and actually what is the difference between them. You can check it out here. But let's first of all translate them into English. U and v means in English, and na we can translate as on. And also sometimes we can translate it as English preposition at, but specifically when we use it as a preposition of place. So prepositions can be divided at the prepositions of place when we need to indicate where is something located, and in that case we need to use the locative case. And also they can be the prepositions of time, and they can have different meanings and different translations. So, u, v means in, and na means on, at. So, let me give you some examples how we use them. Yes, because it's very important. For example, you want to say in the house. How to say in the house in Ukrainian language? So, we say u budинку. У будинку. У будинку. So you can see I used exactly u because the word budinok, house, starts with a consonant. Again, I explained it already in this video lesson. U budinku, it means in the house. So you can see we have literal translation here. And what is important here, that I said that the word house means budinok, but here we have budinku. Again, this is the locative case, and right now I'm not going to explain you what is the locative case because it's a very huge topic in Ukrainian language, and actually I wrote a textbook about the Ukrainian cases, and in my textbook I pay a lot of attention to this case. I explain the difference between its usage, and if you can confuse it with the other cases like accusative case, and this case can help you to express yourself freely and fluent in Ukrainian language. So you can check out my textbook with all the explanations, rules, exercises. It's very useful. У будинку, in the house, you can see literal translation. That's how we say. And on, it means na. For example, want to say on the table. So on the table will be na stoli. Na stoli. Na stoli. Again, this is the locative case. You can see. We can see that according to this ending and according to the usage. У будинку, in the house, на столі, on the table. Also, when we talk about the preposition at, for example, say at the bus stop. At the bus stop will be на зупинці. На зупинці. На зупинці. На зупинці means at the bus stop. The word bus stop means zupinka, but here in the rule we have to change the consonant zupinka ka into c that I did, and I add appropriate ending for the locative case here. У будинку, in the house, на столі, on the table, на зупинці, at the bus stop. So actually all the time, especially when we talk about the prepositions of place as in, on, at in English, and in Ukrainian u, vi, and na, all the time you use after them a locative case for sure in Ukrainian language, and the meaning is the same as in English. In, u or vi, na, on or at, all the time, in all cases, in all situations when we talk about the usage of these prepositions when they play a role of prepositions of place. Let me show you the usage for the preposition v, for example. So we want to say in Ukraine. So in Ukraine will be в Україні. В Україні. В Україні, it starts with a vowel, and Україні again is locative case. Ukraina, Ukraine, but in Ukraine, в Україні, we use the locative case. So, of course, we have some exceptions exceptions for the translation or the usage of some specific prepositions in English or in Ukrainian. So, for example, when we talk about the days of the week, in Ukrainian language we use the preposition in. So we say in Monday, in Tuesday, in Wednesday, and so on. But in English you use the preposition on. And here the thing is not because we have different translation or different meaning. According to tradition of Ukrainian language, when we talk about the days of the week, we use preposition in. So let me just write an example. So this is an exception actually. So we say у понеділок. У понеділок. У понеділок means on Monday. On Monday. On Monday. So you see, у понеділок. У понеділок. У понеділок. And you say on Monday. In English, days of the week you write from the capital letter, but in Ukrainian we write with a small one. And it's not because we have different translation here. It's not. It's just because in Ukrainian language, according to our tradition, we say in Monday, in Tuesday. But in English you say on. That's it. That's an exception. The same about the months also. When you say on May, you say in English, but in Ukrainian you say у травні. And of course, this is not the prepositions of place. This is different. This is when we talk about the time, and this is a little bit different. And here we use accusative case. Accusative case. So let's sum up, guys. Ukrainian prepositions u, v, and na have the difference. When we use them as the prepositions of place, here let me just write down prepositions of place. Так, you can see these examples. When we use them as prepositions of place, u, v will be translated and used always as preposition English in all the time. For example, in the house, у будинку, in Ukraine, в Україні. На as the preposition of place can be translated into English as on or at. For example, на столі, on the table, на зупинці, at the bus stop. And when we use these prepositions as the prepositions of place, we always use them with the locative case. Locative case. Here we have some prepositions of time. Prepositions of time. And when we use them as the prepositions of time, their meaning can be different. And this difference is not about the different translation. It's just the tradition of Ukrainian language, what prepositions we use with the seasons, with the days of the week, with the months. So you just need to remember it. And here, in this case, in this example, you can see I use the accusative case because that's the rule. It's accusative case. So you can see cases is very important topic in Ukrainian language. And even if you need to say very basic things, very simple sentences, you need to know all these endings, you need to know all these usages. That's very important. That's why I wrote my textbook about the cases. And if you want to become fluent in Ukrainian language, you need to learn this topic from zero to hero. So absolutely. So guys, do you have any questions about this lesson? Is it clear for you when we use preposition u, vi, or na when we talk about the prepositions of place? And that's very important. That's what you need to know when you are a beginner in Ukrainian language. And is it clear when we use it as a preposition of time? You just need to memorize that their usages can be different because of the tradition of Ukrainian language. So I hope these explanations were useful for you, and now you know how to use them. And if you want to learn more Ukrainian prepositions, how to use them, and after what preposition, which case you need to use, and it is confusing for you and you can't do it by yourself, then I would like to invite you to try a lesson at my online Ukrainian language school, Speak Ukrainian. It costs only $1. You can just sign up for it right now and just learn Ukrainian with a professional native teacher. So guys, if you want to learn more video lessons, it's not enough for you, then you can subscribe to my Instagram account, Speak Ukrainian Language. Also, if you want to support my work and you want me to make more and more video lessons for you, you don't want me to stop, then you can support me on patreon.com, or you can just donate any sum of money for the development of my YouTube channel. So thank you so much. Побачимось скоро. See you soon and па-па.